Hi guys, welcome to the ETH session. Before getting into the details, for new joiners, these are the key areas I'm going to focus on, and they're based on two main concepts. Also, these are for education research purpose only and not financial advice. Obviously, you're very welcome to discuss in the comments with the community here. So let's begin with Ethereum. Basically, very well-defined distribution cycle has kind of happened already, and like I mentioned last week, the price is probably going to stay and bounce between the purple line and the blue line. So the purple is defined by the automatic reaction that comes down from the buying climax. The blue line is somewhere around the preliminary supply and the sign of weakness. So that's how I drawn these two lines, and the price this week indeed stayed within this range. So it basically what happened next, right? You would ask. If that's a big if there's sufficient support, it may be able to break the purple line and set another last point of supply before it comes back to retest the purple line again. It may come lower, or it may be able to break higher as well if there are really positive news for Ethereum. The reason I said it's big if is like this long bar over here. So this long bar, this high volume, was only able to push the price back to the zone between the blue and purple line. That force did not push the price all the way above the purple. That's the reason why I said it's big if. And the volume bars for this week and last week also suggest that no one is going to touch the purple level as of this moment. So there has to be some very good news for the crypto industry or the adoption of Ethereum as a whole in order for the price to retest this purple level, let alone like breaking it and setting an upwards after distribution. Ethereum did not have an upwards after distribution last time in 2021-22, and that's already like because way back in 2017-18 there was another distribution cycle, but that's way lower than what we have seen this time, or even last time 3 years back, 4 years back. So it may be bouncing between the blue and purple if there's no particular demand and geopolitical events and economic events worsen, then it may fall below the blue and returns to the long-term playground zone. It's not a really bad position for Ether, because last time between 2022 and 2023, when we had the accumulation cycle, the price wasn't very low. The lowest point was like 1,000, roughly 1,100 at that level, and then the high point of that is like 1,900. For sign of strength, it was over 2,000. So obviously it's much lower, like less than half than the upwards or buying climax, but at this current level, it's only a few hundred points, $300 before reaching that level. It happened 3 weeks ago. It tested the 2,100 level. That's above, like almost around the level of like the resistance of the long-term playground zone. So but because of this long volume bar, it doesn't seem like people want to, or big players want the price to get to that level. So that's the big picture. If we zoom into the daily level, the short-term playground zone, I mentioned last week, right? There's a strong resistance over here defined by mainly this period that's between August last year to November last year, and indeed the past few days the price stayed below this level. If there's no particular good or bad news, it probably will stay within this range. That's we are talking about 2,800 to 2,400 roughly. And also one key thing is this particular candle, not candle, the volume bar here. When the price was trying to break above this resistance line, there was very strong selling force. So it seems in the short term, this is a very difficult level to break above. So we should take note of that one. In terms of candlesticks pattern, it's very narrow, but still, if we draw a line here, it's kind of flat, very narrow as well. Let me zoom it bigger so it's easier. It's very, very flat, but it's kind of upward. So depending on how it develops, it may be, just maybe, going to stay within this range for a little longer. I won't say it's an upward flag. It doesn't look like an upward flag to me. If I change this to a line, yeah, it's got a higher low, but not exactly. It looks like a flag, but not exactly that. So if I take this box away, just draw a single line here. Debatable, and another line. It has broken out of this ascending triangle. It already broke out before reaching the tip, right? So it's probably, like I said, the mid, or not exactly middle, but this pink line over here, the resistance line set by the earlier trading period over here, it's going to be where it's going to test, and there would be new candlestick pattern developing. If we look at a relatively longer, not much longer, we're still talking about short term, this is a downward flag that we are able to see. So it's like within this short-term playground zone, within the pink box, we can have shorter term. And this playground zone, this blue one, incidentally, the price is going to touch somewhere near where it crosses this pink resistance line. So it may happen in a way that it hits this cross and then retest, not exactly that steep. If there's no particular bad news, that's probably leaning somewhat to the slope of the blue line and testing this support level, the bottom of the short-term playground zone, the pink box, similar to here. And then it may break out of the blue box. It may touch this very quickly and then jump back and break out, and then do a horizontal trading range again. So that can happen this way. I'll keep the blue box here and see what exactly is going to happen this week, because it's about to reach the crossover here. So it would be interesting to see what's going to develop. So that's all for Ethereum.